From zero to hero, mastering any skill like Kobe and MJ, you see that? That's 12-year-old Kobe Bryant, airballing shot after shot, scored 0 points that whole summer league. A few years later, the Black Mamba, one of the most unstoppable forces basketball has ever seen. Or how about Michael Jordan, cut from his high school team, told he wasn't good enough? He took that rejection, that doubt, and turned it into fuel, becoming arguably the GOAT. What separated these guys from the rest? Raw talent? Sure, but it was more than that. It was the relentless pursuit of mastery. So if you're ready to transform from zero to hero, keep those eyes locked right here, because things are about to get motivational. Alright, let's kick this off right. Step 1 on the road to mastery, you gotta find that thing, that passion, that makes you come alive. This ain't about picking what's easy, it's about picking what makes your heart beat faster, what gets you fired up even when the alarm clock is screaming at you at 5 a.m. See, mastery's a marathon, not a sprint. It's gonna test you, push you to your limits, make you question everything. And the only way you're gonna make it through those tough times is if you genuinely love what you're doing. Think about it, guys like Elon Musk, obsessed with space since he was a kid, reading rocket science textbooks for fun. That passion led him to SpaceX, to changing the world. When you're passionate about something, putting in the work doesn't feel like a chore, it feels like a privilege. So, what is it for you? What sets your soul on fire? Find that thing, that passion that makes you feel truly alive, and don't let go. Once you've found your craft, get specific, visualize it. See yourself headlining that music festival, rocking out in front of thousands of screaming fans. Now let's talk mindset. This is where the real magic happens, because your mindset is the foundation upon which everything else is built. You could have all the talent in the world, but without the right mindset, you'll crumble under pressure. Masters, they have this unshakable belief in themselves, this growth mindset that says, I can always learn, I can always improve. Remember, every single person you admire, every legend, every icon, they all started as beginners. They stumbled, they fell, they faced doubt, but they never let it define them. Michael Jordan, cut from his high school team, he could have easily said, that's it, I'm not meant for this. But he didn't. He used it as fuel, practiced harder, pushed himself further, and proved everyone wrong. J.K. Rowling, the genius behind Harry Potter, her manuscript was rejected by 12 publishers. 12! But she persevered, she believed in her story, and the rest is history. So next time you catch yourself thinking, I'm not good enough, I need you to shut that voice down right now. Replace it with, I'm not good enough yet, but I will be. Embrace challenges, crave them, see every obstacle as an opportunity to learn and get better. Alright, we got the right mindset, now it's time to put in the work. And I ain't talking about just going through the motions, we're talking about deliberate practice. This is where you push your limits, where you get comfortable being uncomfortable. You know the saying, practice makes perfect? Well, it's not just about putting in the hours, it's about how you spend those hours. Masters, they break down their craft into smaller skills, into fundamentals, and they drill them relentlessly. They identify their weaknesses and attack them head-on, turning those weaknesses into strengths. Think about Serena Williams. She didn't become the queen of tennis by just playing casual matches. She spent countless hours on the court perfecting her serve, her footwork, every single aspect of her game. Deliberate practice is about quality over quantity. It's about being present, being intentional, being relentless in your pursuit of improvement. One of my favorite strategies is to go into every practice session with a specific goal. Ask yourself, what can I improve today? Maybe it's your backhand in tennis, maybe it's a particular guitar riff, maybe it's a coding concept. When you push yourself beyond your comfort zone, when you embrace the grind, that's when the real growth happens. Let's talk about the secret sauce. The ingredient that separates the dreamers from the achievers' consistency. It's the glue that holds your goals together, the force that turns aspirations into reality. This is where most people fall short. They get excited, they start strong, then life happens, motivation fades, and they fall off track. It's a common story, but it doesn't have to be yours. Mastery, my friends, is a marathon, not a sprint. It's about endurance, about pushing through the tough times and staying the course. It's about showing up day after day, week after week, even when you don't feel like it. It's about making a commitment to yourself and honoring it. It's about building those unbreakable habits that become second nature. Habits that are so ingrained in your daily routine that you do them without even thinking. Think about it like compound interest. Small, consistent actions over time lead to exponential growth. A small amount of effort each day might not seem like much in the beginning, but over time, those small gains compound into massive results. It's the power of incremental progress. Look at Stephen King, one of the most prolific writers of our time. His secret, he writes every single day, no excuses. His secret, he writes every single day, no excuses. Rain or shine, he puts pen to paper. Holidays, birthdays, doesn't matter. He shows up and puts in the work. That's dedication. That's how he's written over 60 novels. It's a testament to the power of consistency. Or take Kobe Bryant. The man was obsessed with improvement. He'd be in the gym at 5 a.m. putting up shots when everyone else was still asleep. He'd be in the gym at 5 a.m. putting up shots when everyone else was still asleep. That's the kind of dedication that sets legends apart. That dedication, that consistency, it became legendary. It's what made him one of the greatest. Jerry Seinfeld, one of the greatest comedians ever, he had this simple but powerful productivity hack. He would write a joke every single day, and for each day he wrote, he'd mark an X on his calendar. He would write a joke every single day, and for each day he wrote, he'd mark an X on his calendar. His goal was to never break the chain of X's. His goal was to never break the chain of X's. It's a simple method, but incredibly effective. So how do you build this kind of consistency? Start small. Pick one thing, one habit you want to build, and commit to it. Pick one thing, one habit you want to build, and commit to it. Focus on that single task and give it your all. Because the small victories, those days when you win the battle against procrastination, those are the days that build momentum and lead to lasting change. Celebrate those wins no matter how small, because they are the building blocks of your success. Now, here's the thing about mastery. It's not a solo mission. You can't achieve greatness in a vacuum. You need coaches, mentors, a tribe of people who will push you, challenge you, and help you become the best version of yourself. And that means being open to feedback, even when it's tough to hear. Think about it, even the best athletes in the world, they have coaches. Tiger Woods, Michael Jordan, Serena Williams, they all had mentors who helped them refine their skills, identify their weaknesses, and reach that next level. Because sometimes we're just too close to our own work to see it clearly. We need that outside perspective, that objective eye, to help us grow. So, find your mentors, your coaches, your trusted advisors. These could be teachers, friends, family members, anyone who you respect and who has achieved a level of mastery in your field. Don't be afraid to ask for help, to seek out guidance. And when you do get feedback, be open to it. Don't get defensive, don't take it personally. See it as an opportunity to learn and improve. Surround yourself with people who are smarter than you, who challenge you to think differently. Let's talk about the F word, failure. It's a term that sends shivers down the spine of many, a concept that most people dread. It's a word that most people try to avoid, a concept that makes them uncomfortable. They see it as a dead end, a final verdict on their abilities. But here's the truth, failure is not the opposite of success. It's a stepping stone on the path to mastery. It's a crucial part of the journey, a necessary detour that teaches us invaluable lessons. Every single person you admire, every legend, every icon, they've all failed. They've faced setbacks, they've encountered obstacles, and they've been knocked down, they've stumbled, they've fallen, they've faced rejection and disappointment. But they didn't let those moments define their entire story. The difference is, they didn't let those failures define them. They saw each failure as a lesson, a chance to grow, and an opportunity to come back stronger. They learned from them, they adapted, they came back stronger. They used their failures as fuel to drive them forward, to push them to new heights. Think about Thomas Edison, the man who invented the light bulb. He didn't get it right the first time or the 100th time. He famously said, "I have not failed, I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." That's the kind of mindset that leads to breakthroughs. It's about persistence, resilience, and the willingness to keep trying despite the setbacks. That's the kind of mindset that leads to breakthroughs. It's about persistence, resilience, and the willingness to keep trying despite the setbacks. Or Michael Jordan, arguably the greatest basketball player ever. He didn't make every shot, he didn't win every game. He once said, "I've missed over 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed." I've failed over and over and over again in my life. I've failed over and over and over again in my life. And that is why I succeed. Because I didn't let those failures stop me. And that is why I succeed. Because I didn't let those failures stop me. I use them as stepping stones to reach my goals. See, failure is not the enemy. It's a teacher, a guide, a course correction on the road to mastery. It's a teacher, a guide, a course correction on the road to mastery. The key is to embrace it, to learn from it, and to never ever give up. The key is to embrace it, to learn from it, and to never ever give up. Remember, every failure is just a detour, not a dead end. Here's the beautiful thing about mastery. It's not a destination, it's a lifelong journey. It's a path filled with continuous growth, learning, and self-discovery. It's about constantly pushing your limits, exploring new horizons, and becoming the best possible version of yourself. Every step you take, every challenge you face adds to your growth and understanding. The moment you think you know it all, the moment you stop learning and growing, is the moment you start to stagnate. Stagnation is the enemy of progress, and it can creep in when you least expect it. Think about Lionel Messi, one of the greatest soccer players of all time. His dedication to improvement is unwavering. He's won countless championships, broken numerous records, yet he still approaches every game, every practice with a student's mindset. He understands that there's always room for improvement. He's always looking for ways to improve, to refine his skills, to stay ahead of the game. This relentless pursuit of excellence is what sets him apart. Bill Gates, one of the most successful entrepreneurs in history, he still reads over 50 books a year. His commitment to learning is a testament to his success. Why? Because he understands that learning is a lifelong pursuit, a way to stay sharp, to gain new perspectives, to continue evolving. It's about staying curious and open-minded. The world is constantly changing, and to stay ahead of the curve, to maintain your mastery, you have to be willing to adapt and evolve with it. Embrace the changes and use them to your advantage. Embrace new technologies, new ideas, new ways of thinking. Innovation is key to staying relevant and ahead in any field. Don't be afraid to step outside of your comfort zone, to challenge your assumptions, to keep learning and growing. Growth happens when you push beyond your limits. Seek out knowledge from unexpected sources. Sometimes the most profound insights come from the most unlikely places. Talk to people from different backgrounds, read books outside of your field, attend workshops and conferences. Diversifying your sources of knowledge enriches your understanding. The more you expose yourself to new ideas and perspectives, the more well-rounded and adaptable you'll become. This adaptability is crucial in a rapidly changing world. So, keep that thirst for knowledge alive, my friends. Stay curious, stay hungry, stay open to new possibilities. The journey of mastery is endless, and that's what makes it so rewarding. There you have it, the blueprint for mastery. Find your passion, cultivate that growth mindset, practice with purpose, be relentlessly consistent, seek feedback, embrace failure as your guide, and never ever stop learning. These are the principles that have taken people from zero to hero, from the bottom to the top of their game. Now, it's your turn. What's that one thing you're truly passionate about? What's that dream you've been holding on to? It's time to stop dreaming and start doing. Apply these principles, put in the work, and watch yourself transform. So go out there, embrace the journey, and show the world what you're capable of.